Namaskar and welcome to Jivan Pravaas once again. So I'm Naveen Badrinarayan here, and today's session is a very interesting session on a simple topic called prayers. Now, let me share with you, and this is especially for the youth or this generation. And my message is primarily to the youth of this generation here, Gen Z, what we call. And I would like to tell you guys that when I was young, I'm a naval officer, I'm a mechanical engineer, and I think when I was in my teens and when I was growing up, I also grew up in a family where doing like you see this tika on my head and all this. So you must be thinking that this guy is very spiritual and all. But let me tell you, I was a person who used to question everything, and I always wanted rational or logical answers to everything that is being told to me. So though I was very obedient and used to follow what my parents used to tell me, and my parents used to tell me to come and attend every puja and stand in front of the god and do all the procedures and rituals that are supposed to be done, and I used to follow them. But it was primarily to respect them. I never had this understanding of what is a prayer, and it continued. So when I joined the navy, I used to question a lot, and in times to come, I completely left everything, and I never believed in this concept of God or prayer or something like that because I was busy. We were busy doing our work, and we never had the time to do the rituals like Sandhya Vatnam and all that, wearing the janayu and doing all the puja that is supposed to be done. We never had this entire concept of doing this, and I never believed in it. So I used to challenge all these theories. In fact, I remember that when parents used to tell me that this is not a good day or that is not a good day, I used to challenge every statement of theirs and do things as a rebel. So that was my young life when I was your age. So it's not that I have suddenly become very spiritual and I started doing those rituals again. It's not about that. So today's session is about the importance of prayers in life. And I think after reading the scriptures, after having gone through this entire life journey, which I called it Jivan Pravas is nothing but life journey. So I'm just sharing the life journey that I have gone through, and hopefully there will be certain takeaways of yours from here. So as we progress in life and as I've read the scriptures and I've tried to understand the logic or the reasoning behind the prayers, a lot of things started coming to light, and it is almost so logical and so rational that now it's difficult for me to say that prayers are useless. No, prayers are never useless. The prayers have a great importance in our life, and it is important for us to understand that. So my question is, if you ask yourself today, and I was watching this episode, and most of these takeaways are from the readings that I've done, and I've been watching this episode of a great Vedantic teacher in the modern times, is Nima Majumdar, and I've been listening to her, and she's like a guru to me, though I've never met her, though I don't know her, but I have taken a lot of things from her lectures, and it really hits me hard as to how I could miss a very simple topic like this in my young days. And that's the reason why I want to spread it across to the entire youth out here, that prayers are extremely critical and important for all of us to practice in our daily lives. Now, why do I say this? Let's understand the logic behind it. See, if I ask question to everybody out here, how many of you have got everything that you wanted in life? Always. You put in effort, you want something, you put in effort, and you get it. Do you always get everything that you want? Anyone here who says that I get everything that I want? I'm sure the answer is not a single person. Now, you want something, you make a plan, you work for it, you put in effort, and obviously you get an outcome. But is that outcome exactly what you desired in the first place? It is never going to be. Because what we don't realize is, if you look at this entire world and the cosmos around us, it is a very beautiful, intelligent design, right? Everything around us, whether you look at the plants, you look at the animals, you look at everything, it's a beautiful, intelligent design. And everything has got a science behind it, has got a logic behind it. So do our bodies, so do the work that we do. And everything is like I put in effort, I get an outcome. I put in effort, there's no doubt about it. However, there is always variations that happen in the outcome that we get, isn't it? Some of these variations are something that we can decipher. That means we can put our mind to it and say, why did this not happen? And I do some fishbone analysis, root cause analysis, and I come to an understanding. But there are always certain variables which are hidden from us. Always. Now, this is the point that I'm trying to make here is these hidden variables are not in your control, my control, or anyone's control. Why? Because unknowingly, or we don't think about it, we are all connected in some way or the other. Every action that I take is causing an impact on everything around us. The whole universe is connected. Just imagine how beautiful this is. This design is so beautiful that every single action of ours is impacting every single other thing in the universe in some way or the other. And we cannot fathom out how these connections are so beautifully interconnected. There are so many interconnections. For me to drink water, for me to eat food, everything around me has to work in a particular manner for me to get that morsel in my mouth, right? You understand what I'm saying, right? From a farmer who's growing the vegetable to the food processing industry, to the shopkeeper, to the retailer, to the person who cooks the food and the plates. And I mean, it's a huge, connected world that we live in. That means every action is connected to everything else. So now there are so many factors that are working in the universe which are not in our control. So I am putting in my planning, I am putting in my effort with a limited understanding of what I expect to come as an outcome with the science that goes into whatever I do. However, every action of mine is going to create a reverberation or a vibration in the universe, and some factors are going to play which I probably am not aware of and I cannot control. So, what do we do about it? Do we just lie down and say, Jo hoga so hoga, jaise hoga hone do? Or we actually start thinking, because every action has to have a thought preceding it. So if I start thinking about what I'm going to do, I also have to start thinking about the hidden factors that are there. Yes, I do not know what they are, but there are hidden factors, there are hidden variables which are going to impact my outcome. Now if I do not know anything about those hidden variables, then a scientific mind would say, what do I do about it? So when I cannot do anything about it, just leave it. Yes, you have to leave it. You don't have a choice. You cannot do anything to those hidden factors. However, the prayer comes as a method which is mentioned in our scriptures by which we are actually connecting our thoughts to the universe and trying to harmonize our thoughts, our actions, and make it more peaceful and harmonious so that, somewhere the probability of those factors coming as an obstacle or coming as a facilitation, it will depend on how much effort I am trying to harmonize myself into the universe. And how does harmonizing happen? It happens by a thought. And how does this thought get generated? By our prayers. So prayer is not about, going and offering flowers or doing some rituals and thinking that there is some God sitting out there who is going to come and do something, a magic, and make things all right. No, it is more about trying to think about the right way to do something. It's about, telling this whole world and the cosmos, which are anyway connected, saying that I want to help. I'm here to do something good. I'm here to transfer something, create something valuable, and I'm trying to harmonize. So when you do these prayers with connecting the universe, when we are doing prayers, most of our prayers, which I'm going to cover in the next sessions, all the prayers mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita, they're actually their mantras, they are prayers. And each of these shlokas, everything starts with a shloka, which is a prayer, and this prayer has a very deep meaning, and we will cover this as we go by. Each shloka is not about trying to please somebody or appease some god sitting out there. No, not at all. It is about connecting to the entire elements of the universe and trying to harmonize, trying to request or trying to pray, saying that let me get the power, let me get the protection, let me get the support and cooperation of the entire universe so that the probability of me achieving success in my endeavors is higher. That's it. So it's all about a probability theory. That means I am putting in effort, but that effort also includes this additional component of prayer. So if I add one more component in anything, it is going to change, right? That means, as I said, I am putting in effort, I'm getting outcome. Similarly, if I'm adding that effort in a prayer, talking about harmonizing of my entire efforts in the universe and trying to connect the things beautifully in a harmonious way and requesting for support and cooperation, something is going to change in the vibrations around, isn't it? We do not know what. And I'm not saying for sure that if I ask for a prayer, that prayer is going to get fulfilled and I say, I want this and it is going to come. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that that little bit of effort from my side, whatever I have done, that prayer that I've put in, is going to change the circumstances around me a little bit. And that little bit is going to add to the positive probability of me achieving my outcome in my endeavors. So that's the whole concept. That means a prayer is definitely adding some positive value to the entire universe around and creating a small bit of a vibration from whatever you have done to ensure to enable a little bit of higher probability of achieving success in our endeavors. So if I put in more effort in the prayer, the probability is going to go up. So that means if somebody is taking a lot of effort to do prayers, we should not stop them. It is not blind superstition. It is a connectivity with the universe. It is a connect, but we have to do it with the right intention. If I do it with the wrong intention of creating more disharmony in the universe, it is not going to work. When I do it with the right intention that I'm creating value, I'm trying to support things around, I'm trying to help things around, please cooperate, please protect me, please ensure that things go well, please ensure that this work that I'm going to do is going to do very well. This is the intention of what the scriptures are trying to tell us, how we should start any activity. Before we start the activity, we always start it with a prayer. And this is what we're going to talk about in the next sessions that we do about each of those prayers. We'll take one prayer and we'll try and understand them, in a beautiful manner so that it adds value to our life. And I would say this is how each youth, and we are talking about spiritual quotient. So we have been talking about intelligence quotient, we have been talking about emotional quotient. But here, Jivan Pravas, we are talking about spiritual quotient. How do you improve your spiritual quotient, which can enable you, which can aid you in doing your work well and achieving the outcomes that you are there working towards? You're putting in efforts so that you get the desired outcomes. The probability of getting those desired outcomes is going to go up. And that is what we're going to talk about. I hope this small talk of today has added some value to the youth and say that let us start doing prayers with a very good intention, with a smile on your face, with trying to harmonize the universe, all the elements of the universe, so that the probability of your efforts achieving those outcomes are higher. As simple as that. Thank you so much for listening and see you till next time. Bye.